It's become a disturbing tradition here in the United States for Donald Trump to use any and every holiday to post the most just unhinged, absolutely cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs rant on social media. And of course, yesterday, Thanksgiving, was no exception. He posted a truly deranged rant. But something was different about this one. To me, in my opinion, this rant is a prime example that Donald Trump is clearly suffering from advanced dementia. Not, early stages of dementia, not even just dementia. I think at this point, based on what I am about to read to you, it's obvious this man is deep, deep into dementia at this point. So before I read this, I have to give a bit of a warning. There is at least one word in here that I know I'm not supposed to say. I don't say it, but I am not going to censor what Trump said, okay? We may bleep it out, maybe, but I genuinely want you to hear the words that the President of the United States posted to the world on Thanksgiving. Here it is. A very happy Thanksgiving salutation to all of our great American citizens and patriots who have been so nice in allowing our country to be divided, disrupted, carved up, murdered, beaten, mugged, and laughed at, along with certain other foolish countries throughout the world for being politically correct and just plain stupid when it comes to immigration. The official United States foreign population stands at 53 million people, most of which are on welfare from failed nations or from prisons, mental institutions, gangs, or drug cartels. They and their children are supported through massive payments from patriotic American citizens who, because of their beautiful hearts, do not want to openly complain or cause trouble in any way, shape, or form. They put up with what has happened to our country, but it's eating them alive to do so. A migrant earning $30,000 a year with a green card will get roughly $50,000 in yearly benefits for their family. The real migrant population is much higher. So I'm going to stop right there for a minute because none of that is true. Not a single word of it. There is no migrant family out there making 30 grand a year getting 50 grand in benefits. That's not even possible. Okay? But also that migrant family making 30 grand a year with a green card, they're also paying income taxes. They're supporting local economies. They're spending money. So they're contributing to this country literally just as much as any citizen is, right? So if they are getting any kind of benefits or welfare, they deserve it just as much as somebody who is a U.S. citizen because they're contributing an equal amount to the U.S. economy. So I don't see why that would even be a problem. And again, they're damn sure not getting $50,000 a year in benefits. So right now we're just being peppered with xenophobia and, of course, hyperbole. We're all being beaten, murdered, raped, killed, mugged. No. Crime across the country is actually going down. Migrants proportionately commit fewer crimes than U.S. citizens. So you are more likely to be murdered, beaten, drugged, mugged, whatever, by a U.S. citizen than you are somebody that came here from another country. But it gets so much worse. Here we go. This refugee burden is the leading cause of social dysfunction in America, something that did not exist after World War II, failed schools, high crime, urban decay, overcrowded hospitals, housing shortages, and large deficits, etc. As an example, hundreds of thousands of refugees from Somalia are completely taking over the once great state of Minnesota. Somalian gangs are roving the streets looking for prey as our wonderful people stay locked in their apartments and houses, hoping against hope that they will be left alone. The seriously governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz, does nothing. Either through fear, incompetence, or both, while the worst congressman/woman in our country, Ilhan Omar, always wrapped in her swaddling hijab, and who probably came into the USA illegally in that you are not allowed to marry your brother, does nothing but hatefully complain about our country, its constitution, and how badly she is treated when her place of origin is a decadent, backward, and crime-ridden nation, which is essentially not even a country for lack of government, military, police, schools, etc. The President of the United States of America, for a couple hundred years, basically, has been viewed as one of, if not the most respected human being on the planet. And those days are long gone. That's the most insane message Donald Trump has ever posted. That's the most insane thing I think I've ever heard him say, even though he didn't say it out loud. Again, he wrote it. But of all the horrible things Trump has said, you ever heard anything like that? I have not. And here's why. That post, everything I just read to you, ladies and gentlemen, is a symptom of dementia. Look at it this way. No filter, right? He said the R word, just put it out there in the open like it's totally normal and natural for him to do now, which it is not. It's not something he typically does. He's lost the filter. Spreading conspiracy theories, making things up in his head about roving Somalian gangs running down the streets of Minnesota. Has anybody ever seen that? Right? People in Minnesota? Are y'all living locked in your houses and apartments like Donald Trump says? No, you're not. I mean, I would think even Fox News would be able to show footage of these roving Somalian gangs, but they're not, because they don't exist. None of this does, which again is another symptom of dementia. But the biggest symptom of dementia, and this is why I say it's advanced, is because he's at the agitation stage. There are a good number of people that suffer from dementia that as the disease progresses, they get to the agitation stage. And what that is they do become overcome with anger and rage towards everyone around them, towards their caregivers, the people that take care of them 24/7, towards family members, whether they do or do not recognize them. They will lash out. They will call these people names. They will scream at them, yell at them, all of it, curse at them. And then next moment or two, they're fine. And they typically don't even remember that these episodes happen. I just read you an episode that Donald Trump had. That is dementia with agitation. That is what that is. That is what we are witnessing happen with the President of the United States. That's why he has no filter. That's why he's making up these things, because he genuinely believes them because of the dementia. And I'm not saying this to just be an attack on Trump. I'm not saying this because, look at the guy whose brain is falling apart. This is disturbing, disgusting behavior. But this man, if he were not a billionaire, if he were not President of the United States, he would be living in an extended care facility with round-the-clock observations. That is where he would be if he were a private citizen. Instead, he's sitting in the White House with the nuclear codes in his pocket. His brain is gone. And the more it goes, the more we're going to see this truly disgusting side of him, worse than anything we have ever seen, is going to continue to emerge, pardon me, and get worse. That's the point we're at. This is the new baseline. He's now crossed that line, right? That red line, saying words you're not supposed to say. He's crossed it. He will never go back. He will only continue to get worse from here as this very obvious dementia progresses. Hey everyone, we are maybe just days away from hitting 1 million subscribers. Fewer than 15,000 subscribers to go at this point, and we need your help. If you are not already subscribed to the channel, please do so, and tell your friends. If you have progressive-minded individuals in your life that are not subscribed to Fair and Balanced, please send them a link, send them a video, let them see what it's all about, and encourage them to subscribe. We are hoping to hit that 1 million mark before the end of this year, but I think we can do it even quicker than that. So again, if you're not already subscribed, please do so. And don't forget to share the channel with your friends. And as always, like and comment on the videos.